Prophecy fulfilled, God's servant. Prophecy, Micah 5:2b. His goings forth are from long ago, from the days of eternity. Fulfillment, John 15:10. If you keep my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in his love. Context of the prophecy. Micah's prophecy in 5:2b alludes to the eternal origins of the ruler who would come from Bethlehem. It speaks to the divine nature of the Messiah, pointing to his existence beyond the scope of human history. Significance of the fulfillment. Eternal nature, Jesus, as the fulfillment of this prophecy, affirms his divine and eternal nature. He wasn't just an ordinary human being. His origins stretch back to eternity itself. Divine unity. In John 15:10, Jesus speaks of his relationship with the Father and his obedience to God's commands. This echoes the divine unity between the Father and the Son, reinforcing Jesus' claim to be God's servant. Fulfillment of identity. Micah's prophecy and its fulfillment in Jesus' obedience to the Father's commands reinforce his identity as the promised Messiah and servant of God. Implications and reflections. Divine human identity. The fulfillment of this prophecy deepens the understanding of Jesus' dual nature, fully God and fully human. His eternal existence highlights his deity, while his obedience to the Father's commands showcases his humanity. Model of obedience. Jesus' obedience to the Father's commands serves as a model for believers. As God's servants, followers of Christ are called to obey and remain in his love. Relationship with God. Jesus' fulfillment of being God's servant emphasizes his intimate relationship with the Father, encouraging believers to cultivate their relationship with God. Conclusion. The fulfillment of Micah's prophecy in John 15:10, where Jesus speaks of obeying God's commands and remaining in his love, reaffirms his divine nature and his role as God's servant. This fulfillment deepens our understanding of Jesus' identity, emphasizing his eternal existence and his obedience to the Father. It serves as a reminder for believers to emulate his obedience and cultivate their relationship with God. Through this prophecy's fulfillment, believers find assurance that Jesus is not only the eternal Son of God but also the perfect example of a servant's heart.